This is the Shoot at the Hip podcast, and on this edition, we're going to be talking about Booker T versus Corey Graves. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been watching Monday Night Raw, you will see that Booker T has been removed from the Raw broadcast table. He was replaced by Jonathan Coachman. Jonathan Coachman worked for ESPN. He worked for WWE back in the day. And now Booker T has been replaced. And a lot of people was wondering, why was Booker T replaced by Jonathan Coachman? Well, we fast forward a couple of days later and we see that Booker T commented on his podcast. And he basically said that Corey Graves is the reason why he no longer is a Raw commentator. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be by far one of the hardest Shoot at the Hip podcasts I ever done, because I'm going to have to go at somebody that I respect so much. I mean, this guy right here is by far one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And I'm speaking as an African American. I looked at somebody like Booker T, watched him on television, old WCW, sitting on my grandmother's floor, watching this man, him and his brother Stevie Ray, and then him becoming a singles competitor. I always talk about how Booker T and Chris Benoit Best of 7 series was by far one of the best series of matches I've ever seen. And I got so much respect for Booker T because he showed me as an African American that I can attain success in professional wrestling if I chose to do so. And he made me proud as an African American. Now, I'm not trying to make this a race thing, but I'm just telling you something that's real. But I got to be 100 here. Booker T, over the last couple years that he has been a Raw commentator, has been absolutely terrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. The guy is horrible. I mean, I don't think that Corey Graves got him fired. I guess if you want to look at it that way, maybe because, they were throwing jabs and shots at one another at the desk. And a lot of people know that Booker T, and even he said himself that he has a short fuse. But I don't think that's the reason fully why WWE decided to go with Jonathan Coachman. It's because Booker T is awful, man. Booker T is awful. Let's backtrack here. Booker T only was supposed to be a Raw commentator because David Otunga, who is also terrible, he was doing movies and Booker T was replacing him. And then all of a sudden, I guess Booker T was doing a good job and WWE decided to keep him instead of David Otunga. And at the beginning, Booker was doing a good job. But I don't think that Booker had the passion to kind of hone his craft in order to elevate himself as a good commentator. I just felt like he just looked at it as a job. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have the passion for something, you're not going to be good at it. You're just not. You're not going to put that much effort into something that you are not passionate about. If you are passionate, you're going to go the extra mile. And I don't feel like Booker was compassionate about being a commentator. I think he looked at it as just for monetary gain. But if you want the honest truth, I think that Booker T, and I hate to say this, but by him going on his podcast and calling out Corey Graves, he looking like an absolute sucker. No pun intended. He looks like a sucker. Booker T is a 6-time world champion, Hall of Famer, well respected. Why in the world would you want to have a fight or pick a fight with Corey Graves, man? You done made money. I know you have, man. You've been world champion, so I know you ain't hurting for bread. Booker T, man, as a fan, as someone who loves you, man, as a fan, bro, I gotta tell you, you suck, man. You sucked. That's just what it is, man. That's the real reason why. You can talk about Corey Graves, got you removed and all that kind of stuff. But the truth is, you sucked. You were not good. Some of the things that you were talking about, it seemed like you weren't even looking at the match. Book. You sucked, man. I'm just being 100 with you. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that's going to feel this way. You just wasn't good, man. As a wrestler, you were great. I mean, as a trainer, you're great. You're doing what you're doing out there in Houston with your wrestling school, great. I mean, promos back in the day, great. Commentator, suck. 100. Now, I'm sorry that you lost your job and you think that Corey Graves is the reason why you lost it, but it wasn't, man. And you're too old to be out here trying to call hands on a young man. Corey Graves is great. I mean, you can talk about the guy. Maybe we know things. I mean, he knows things that maybe we don't know, but Corey Graves is great. He's great. He's great at what he does. And Booker, you're not great, man. I mean, and man, come on, man. Taking it to the streets. Man, you grown, man. You got kids. You don't need to be nowhere trying to fight out in the street, man. Look, Booker, look, go home. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing the kickoff shows. Keep on training young wrestlers to be better at their craft. And keep it moving. It's just as simple as that, man. Look, I'm nobody, man. I'm just somebody with an opinion. But Book, as a fan, man, somebody that love you, man, take it from me. Man, you're too good for this, man. To be out here trying to call somebody out, man, you're too grown for that, bruh. I mean, I understand that you feel hurt that you lost your job, man, but you just wasn't that good, Book. I mean, you still got the kickoff show, man. Just leave it at that. But I want to know what you guys think, man. What do you think about this whole Corey Graves Booker T beef? Go ahead and comment down below. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. And also subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitter at TJJones8. That's TJAY Jones 8. Until next time, I'll see you down the road.